we all know who was the fastest man on earth. That was Usain Bolt. He never drink anything else or use.
When I started to study medicine, I saw that basically everything is based on just drugs. So unfortunately, we are not treating people, we are just treating symptoms.
Yeah.
Why are so many people, they're scared to drink raw milk?
Because of corporate wealth forming the minds and views of the people. People is usually ignorant, go on a television and see what corporations which pasteurizing milk telling them. Of course.
All right, guys, we're here at the goat farm, and we're gonna bring you some of the tremendous benefits of drinking the milk, how it was ordained for us to drink the real raw milk. We'll talk about the benefits of not only cow's milk, but also the extra benefits of goat's milk, raw. And we call that real milk, not pasteurized, not going through the human process where you destroy all of the majority of the beneficial nutrients, the digestive enzymes that are in there, and people are actually getting sick from not drinking the real milk, but drinking the fake milk, the pasteurized milk, homogenized milk. So we'll be talking about that here on The Dean Show. Don't go anywhere.
This is the Dean Show. This is the Dean.
Because people wanted so much milk. I can't even make the cheese. I make this just to try for myself and others because everybody wanted milk. Last year, I couldn't even make, maybe I make 3 times cheese secretly. Because everybody wanted milk and just milk disappeared. I don't have a milk. And somebody like my friends and cousins said, do you make cheese? We would like to. I said, well, I don't have milk. If you don't have a milk, probably you can't make cheese. Well, you see, this is a cheese which was sitting in a, you can try, which was sitting in a salt, and in a way, that's mean this and salt. Hajmo momci, onaj probajte da vidimo šta ćete sad reći. Sačekaj.
What kind of salt is it sitting?
Sea salt is the best.
Like a Himalayan salt? Sea salt?
Yeah, but you know that salt with plenty of jod inside. Plenty yoda. Iodine. Over 65 degrees Celsius, milk is pasteurized. That's why you losing around 40% of all important good things in a milk what you should have in your body. That's why raw milk have all that, but pasteurized milk lose 40% of that, and that milk which is pasteurized can stay longer. But you see, raw milk, even if stay on open, even if come sour, it's not danger because you get the other product. For example, you can put in a raw milk a little bit of yogurt, 2 spoons on yogurt, and leave on the sun here. Just preserve from animals. Leave on the sun, and after 24, 48 hours, mix that together. You have beautiful yogurt. You can drink it. It's a top quality. That means it can't be danger for you. When is a milk healthy, it can't be danger even if stay on the sun because you have different product. Yeah. Because milk working. Mm-hmm. All the time works inside the milk, making next product. But let's go back to the cheese.
Wait, one more question. Yeah. Why are so many people they're scared to drink raw milk?
Because of corporate wealth forming the minds and views of the people. People is usually ignorant, go on a television and see what corporations which pasteurizing milk telling them. Of course, that milk in a shop is pasteurized, they're selling them, and that's what they know. They never, you see, only 5% of the people on earth wanted to put nose behind the fence to see what's going on. Why somebody giving me only option of this? I want to have a look other things. Because you see, sadly, Western countries like Germany, Australia, New Zealand, UK, they even prohibit to sell to the public raw milk. Why? Because big corporations who own so many thousands of calves, sheep and goats, they're pasteurizing milk to sell to the public, and they're making good money, and of course they will say, well, raw milk is no good. That's the only reason. And people doesn't know. People, what they watch on the television, they see the politician, they see the corporate magnates who is a multimillionaires because of their ignorance, and that's what they're following, like a sheep. You know, put the one sheep over the bridge, and the rest of them, they go. If you ask them, why are you going? Well, I'm going because one of them go first. I want to tell you how I make the cheese. You get the, because
This is raw. This is now raw goat cheese.
raw organic cheese.
Yeah.
If you see, we call that when you milk from the goats. It would be ideal if you can pick up Stradovai and bring the inside and keep that temperature and put a stuff we call that Maya here, but that actually is a special stuff which is made from the stomach inside of the sheep in a body, and that come sour, and that mixture we call that Maya, which is the organic. They making bloke who have that formula only in Travnik near the Vlašić. He making that sort of stuff, and you put 1 spoon in a 5 liters of the milk, mix gently up and down like this, and gently around, not to give a fast mixing. And when you do that, let it stay for 2 hours. After 2 hours, get a knife, cut in a squares, like maybe 2 square centimeters or 1 or whatever. Then just move them together to separate the squares and leave them more 2 hours or 4, doesn't matter. It's another. When that happen, when totally cool down and you see you got greenish this way on the top, that means cheese is down, then you strain and put it in a shapes, and you got this. Look.
Real goat cheese, raw goat cheese.
Raw goat cheese, which, look, you can now, this cheese, you can put him couple hours to dry, then put them in a special buckets with the salt and keep them for winter. After 90 days, roughly 90 days, they would become cheese which I can show you. I have a little bit of example of that. We can taste it. I'll be back.
So now we're drinking some surutka.
Surutka. Surutka.
English way.
Surutka in English, whey, raw,
Whey, yeah.
raw,
Raw.
whey. For good health, bismillah. Delicious. Mashallah.
This is not the whey protein, it's just the whey. But this is the right way.
Yeah. So this is where they make that's the synthetic version, right?
Yeah, of course.
But this is the real way. This is yeah.
That's
So
what I'm saying about
Yeah.
drink for liters and liters, because somebody teach him. This is a way how you can get what he wants.
real way.
You know?
Alhamdulillah.
I
Finally found what we were looking for. Some real
Ali on
raw
je, slušaj,
goat's
on je tako
milk.
uvjerljivo rekao, kaže on meni, ni 5 ni 6.
Here in Bosnia.
Sjedi tu baš 6 ljudi.
So when did you milk this?
This
the
morning.
Goat? So this is from this morning.
Yes.
Milking
Yes.
raw goat's milk.
Yes.
What are some of the benefits of goat milk that you can share with raw goat's milk?
Look, raw goat's milk, according to science from UK, United States of America, is 85% equal to the mother's milk what we drink when we born. And
How many percent?
85%.
85%.
Yes. And plus, this milk is from organic food, because my goats eat everything what is organic. On this land never been any chemicals, and that is a plus. In my opinion, goat's milk is the best milk on earth what you can have. That's basically what can I say about goat's milk.
And we also have a future medical doctor here who's been studying nutrition, and he can go also share with us some of the insights that you've learned about the benefits of goat's milk.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. So alhamdulillah, goat's milk is a very good option if you are searching for milk to drink, because in goat's milk you don't have A2 casein, which is basically the allergic substances that we have in cow's milk. So as the previous Mr. said, so if it's most like mother's milk, so 85% is alike. And basically, when you this is milk if mother doesn't have milk to nurse the child, so this is milk of choice for you.
Can you tell us some of we talked about the goat's milk, but what other foods do you have here, and how do you feel now you're health-wise, eating the real foods, and have you totally gone away from eating much of the fake foods, and how has eating this kind of food, this is truly organic food, benefited your health?
Well, I'm 61 years old, and I can run now like most of city blokes, 25, 30, even more. Benefit of the goat's milk is enormous, and plus one more thing. I will show you after. We can bring here and try a product from goat's milk. You know, when you have a cheese, and after that we have I forgot English. How you say for surutka in English? No. It's
back to the future nutritionist, medical doctor who's really he's understood that in medical school doctors don't learn about nutrition. So you went on your own to study nutrition. You were so amazed with it that you're continuing going to medical school, but at the same time a parallel is happening. You're studying the benefits and getting more educated on nutrition. Is that right?
Yeah, alhamdulillah. So basically we haven't spent any hour on learning about nutrition since fourth year. So basically now I'm finishing the fourth year, and I was interested in nutrition and this alternative medicine since I performed hijama first. It was before even I started medical school. So basically when I started to study medicine, I saw that basically everything is based on just drugs. So unfortunately we are not treating people, we are just treating symptoms. So we should try to find out what is the cause of the diseases. Because for example, if you look about this serious truth about cancer, so you will see that how the doctors on East are treating the people which have cancer, and they basically cure them with Allah's help, of course, in 3 to 4 months, maybe a year, depends on the situation of the patient.
What key piece of advice would you give for people out there who are trying to better their health? They're trying to take care of this vehicle that the Creator has provided for us to get us through life, and now they go to the doctor, they're confused, they sit there, they get seen, they wait an hour, they get seen for 5 minutes, and just like you said, they get another drug, but they want to take their health to another level. What piece of simple advice, or a couple pieces of advice, would you give them?
First of all, I would recommend them to eat as much raw food as they can. So avoid sugars, avoid refined, especially refined sugars. Avoid processed food, fast foods. So basically, you should eat and drink, like for example, goat's milk that we mentioned here. Eat bone broth, especially because it basically regenerates all cells in the body. So subhanallah, you have a lot of benefits. We inshallah can cure every disease if we focus on our health, on our intake.
This is the goat cheese,
Yes.
Yes.
raw
This
goat
morning-
cheese.
This morning they made.
Just made this morning. We
Mike.
also got some raw goat cheese here. So what would you say are the benefits of, now we talked about the drinking the raw goat's milk, and also the benefits, there's benefits tremendously of raw cow's milk also, right?
Yeah, alhamdulillah, we have as well, because when you drink as well cow's milk, but unprocessed, uncooked, so basically raw, when you drink it, we have 10 times more electrolytes or vitamins inside it than cooked. So even when we mention cheese, even it's goats or cows, it has enormous benefits on our health. But I would prefer rather goat's milk instead of cow's milk, because of the previously mentioned benefits.
So you mentioned something very important, not the conventional milk, because according to the Food and Drug Administration, they have as the #1 allergenic food is milk.
Of course.
But that's not the real milk that the Creator gave us to drink. That's the processed milk that's gone through the pasteurization process, homogenization process. You were talking about the real, straight from the source.
Yeah, but I mean, I understand that the process. Why are they doing this? Because when you have, for example, 100 or 200 cows, and there is a lot of risk of brucellosis or other type of contamination. So basically, because of this, they are doing those things. But unfortunately, it causes harm to our body. So we should, if we can, we should find the best or nearest farm, and the guy that we know. For example, he has foods which is organic, that gives to his animals. So basically, we should take milk or milk products from him, not from the farms.
One more thing I want to ask you. What about when you go to some of the masjids, you go, to the housewarming parties, and you got first thing on the table is the Coca-Cola, the processed foods. You said stay away from that. How important is it to get it through someone's head to really stay away from these foods? Now, because how detrimental is this to having good health and avoiding bad health?
Yep. When we eat refined sugars, basically, I think in Coca-Cola we have approximately 5 grams of sugar, refined sugar. So basically, we are increasing it increases basically the causes of diabetes, for example, of atherosclerosis, other diseases. So basically, refined sugar, as now studies show that basically they are #1, especially as dairy products, which are derived from conventional animals, conventional food. So basically, those products we should avoid first. We should take care of our health, because our Lord said us, يا أيها الذين آمنوا يا أيها الناس كلوا من طيبات ما رزقناكم. So basically, this word طيب means clear, and it's not just halal, it's clear. So we should eat raw organic food.
Beautiful advice here. Eating the tayyibat, eating the good food that the Creator Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. And what were you saying now? What is this?
This is a nus product when you're making cheese from the goat's milk. Of course, again, we talk about raw milk, not pasteurized, raw milk. And this nus product is called whey. It's so nutritious and so good. We all know who was the fastest man on the earth. That was Usain Bolt. He never drink anything else or use any medicals to get his body fit. He had a special farm on Jamaica, and they're making so many hundreds of liters goat's product, nus product from the cheese, which is a whey, and he drink that because this is a basically medication in one way. It's clear up our body from the mouth to the back, all of eye, and I would recommend everybody to drink, especially in the morning when you wake up, just a cup like this. It's so good. If you go on we're not trying to explain in a way of nutrients and medical, but if you go on a Google and just ask Google to tell you what is this, you will see what benefits you got from this. But you believe or not, 90% people, if you give them for free, they will walk away. They don't want to drink because they're ignorant. Because ignorance is the biggest enemy for us. They have no idea. Like I said to you, when I offered the goat's milk to the bloke, he tried. He said, this is not goat's milk. Goat's milk supposed to stink. That's his attitude. What somebody else told him. He never tried before, and that's why we have to encourage people to not just to drink, to benefit of that.
And it's real important, brothers and sisters, to understand that there's a difference between when you have food that's halal, and then tayyib, the real food, the organic food, and there came a time in history when the food was just food. It wasn't organic, it was just food. But nowadays, they've even distinguished, you have, 500,000 fake food items out there that is destroying people's health. You have 95% of chronic diseases are food related. So we're trying to get people at a white belt level to remove the Coca-Cola and the sodas from the masjids and take it up a notch, get rid of all of the harmful elements that are just invading the body, toxic foods, poison, and you wonder why your kids are sick, you're overweight, you're obese, diabetes, heart disease, cancer, through the roof. So you gotta get these things right if you want to have good health and honor the blessing of health that Allah, that the creator of the heavens and earth has given you. So this is just one aspect of it. We're talking about it. We're talking about the milk, but take it to another level and remember this: eat real food, avoid fake food. And I love to see people who have taken it seriously and they're starting to educate their communities in the masjids. They're starting to create awareness, and I'm telling you, at the end, this is what's going to pay off. This is the preventative measures that you're tying your camel, as the Prophet ﷺ said. You're doing your part now, and then from there, inshallah, you put your trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah the Almighty.